What's up, cousins? Welcome back to the channel. So if you are new, thank you for being here on Tommy Bites Homestead. Today we're going to get into some of this weather because it is really changing up really fast, and it's going to affect a lot of people. We've already had a tornado so far today. That is insane. Well, we had a tornado on Monday. And so now we are dealing with snow as well. And this snow, not everybody's going to feel it, but a lot of people are going to feel the cold. And it's going to be a bitter cold. With the cold comes you turning up the heat. With you turning up the heat comes a strain on our grid system. So if you so happen to lose power due to that, I hope that you are prepared for that. So let me know in the comments what you're doing to prepare for the possibility of power outages with this storm that's coming through. And it's supposed to be here around Thanksgiving. So that being said, let's get right into. So we're going to start off with the tornado. And please hit that like button and share this video out. We're going to start off with the tornado that took place, and this happened in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. So a tornado has left a significant path of destruction in the Houston area. But more than 100 homes were damaged Monday afternoon after the tornado ripped through Harris County, Texas. No serious injuries or deaths have been reported after the storm. Authorities were combing through the debris, searching for residents who may have been trapped or injured after the storm passed. The National Weather Service has confirmed a tornado struck the county, but has yet to rate the storm's intensity. Severe storms developed in Houston area on Monday afternoon, where warm temperatures were in place ahead of the cold front. An unstable atmosphere combined with wind shear produced supercell thunderstorms. So that left the damage that we see here. Make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, so that definitely does not look good at all. And now we're going to move on over to get into the snow that's happening right now in much of the country. It may be affecting you and it may not be affecting you. But if you are traveling due to the holiday, expect delays, basically, is what they have been saying. A polar vortex is what's happening right now. Those who live in north of Twin Cities area of Minnesota have been encouraged to pause their travel plans until Wednesday afternoon if they've already taken to the road. They don't want people stuck on the road in this cold because that is very dangerous. And speaking of that, before we get into it, if you are traveling, one of the things you can do before you leave the house, in case you run into this snow that they're talking about, is to make sure that you have extra supplies in your car. And that being an extra blanket, extra water, snacks, i.e. protein-based if possible. Making sure you have those things in your vehicle is very important. And definitely gloves, hat, you know, the routine. Just an emergency kit for your vehicle. If you can get one of those self-starters in case you have battery issues, you can jump yourself and not have to wait for someone to come and help you. Know the area that you're in. All of those things help when you are traveling this time of the year. So if you do keep emergency kits, make sure that you are checking them every season to switch out the gear, because you may want to add some warm clothes in there also, in case you get wet in the clothes that you're on, if you have to leave out of the vehicle for any reason. The best thing you could do is stay dry in this cold weather. So in New York, and I'm going to show you some videos as well. In New York is among the top destinations to travel to over the Thanksgiving holiday. Western New York could see as much as 1 foot of snow between now and Black Friday. And I can tell you now that it is already snowing there. It's already snowing there. They say that's because wind could reach up to 40 miles per hour and temperatures could plunge down into the 20s. I know here in North Carolina in the mountains, it's supposed to be in the 20s as our low, and our highs are only going to be around 45 to 48 degrees tomorrow and Thursday. And then it's supposed to be raining off and on those days, including pretty much all of next week. So this cold weather is here and we better get ready for it. I just had to, well, my husband actually called for the people to come out and fill our propane tank up. And I think, well, we didn't fill it up. Definitely didn't fill it up because the prices of that have gone up. But either way, it still costs over $500. It probably was around $600 because we had to pay for them to come on a day that they don't be in this area, so they say. So they just left here from that. So when I tell you it's expensive to stay warm, it's expensive to stay warm, but we got to do it. We have to do it. So make sure you have backup power in your home, whether that's gas generator or backup power from a solar station, or it's a gas generator. Make sure you have that backup power. They're supposed to be having a parade, of course, the New York parade. They say that wind speeds may stop the balloons from flying. The balloons should be able to fly, but they may be kept closer to the ground. So they are still planning to continue with the, what is this, Macy's Day Parade that they do on Thanksgiving Day, which I always have that playing when I'm cooking. And I'm going to start my cooking. I might start some of it tonight. I'm going to start my greens tonight because I need to clean them. And I may start the sweet potatoes tonight because I'm going to just put those in the oven and bake them. And so I don't have a lot to do on Wednesday prep. I do need to go back to the store today because I think I need a few more pans. So I'm going to do that as well. So I hope that you guys will have a really good holiday season, but this winter weather is definitely here. Let's go over to
the northern Great Lakes. It's that wraparound wind passing up overhead is really going to give us some impressive snowfall totals potentially, especially downwind of Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, and Lake Superior. Some of those snow bands that set up could give us potentially up to a foot of fresh snow with wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour.
Let it snow, let it snow. Another 3 words, winter storm watch. I'm not sure if you're a fan of that, but that's exactly what we're tracking for you in parts of upstate New York. And here's some video, right? And here's the thing. Places in upstate New York where we have winter storm watches, we're talking perhaps upwards of 7+ inches of snow along with 40-mile-per-hour winds. So the shovels, the salt, the bags of salt, right? The snow boots, you might need all that and more in the coming days, especially Wednesday evening through Friday in parts of upstate New York. Specifically, these areas shaded in this pink coloring just south of Buffalo, right off of Lake Erie, and then from Watertown to beautiful Oswego. 5 to 8 inches? Can't be ruled out of the question there. You look at the Tug Hill Plateau, 8 to 12 inches. Again, I think that you're looking.
What about the storm that's coming in for the end of the weekend? This is going to be a major issue because everybody's trying to get back home, right? You talk about Friday into Saturday and especially on Sunday, and brand new computer model, they're coming together, showing the possibility of a nice snowmaker for the upper Midwest into the western Great Lakes, including, Chicago. Okay, so we've got some issues developing right now. Now, the energy itself for that next storm we're talking about Saturday and a Sunday is still way the heck back into Alaska. And I love showing you the generation where it's going to be. It's this Aleutian Island chain right there with Alaska. It's this guy right here eventually, which is going to slide in that direction, and it's going to take its time. and that Arctic air is already going to be sliding in place. So let me show you the setup for the map. Here's the way it goes for Saturday through Monday. Arctic air, another reinforcing shot, leads right down to the upper Midwest into the Central Plains states. Then you got that storm that's going to developing off the Rocky Mountains coming off the Pacific Northwest. That will draw in that humidity right out of the Gulf of America.
Record-breaking heat waves this summer here in Texas, and a lot of people are saying we may be seeing a winter 2021 like the ice storms that happened in February of that year coming to Texas this winter.
And we're back.
So we need to be preparing, because I feel like places that don't normally get snow are going to get snow, and we need to have the things we need at home. So if you have animals that are outside, whether it's your, family pet, make sure they have a warm space out there they can retreat to in the wind. The wind is the worst thing of all. Especially if you're not getting snow, you're getting wind. That wind is crazy. I know at least here in this part of North Carolina, it definitely is. So I've been out all morning. I still have on my hat because I'm cold, because once I got done with that and I came in, that's when I realized, oh, I need to go check and see how much propane we have in our tank. And we were low, you guys. We were low. So my husband called and had them come. Did not warm up from being outside with the chickens and making sure that they have food, water, and I still have to put a little bit more bedding in their nesting area where they sleep at, just for them, to make sure that they're good and warm or whatnot. So definitely take care of your, domestic animals, farm animals, and stay warm yourself. Okay. Find a nice little movie to put on and just like chill out. But definitely stay warm. Making sure your home is stocked up is definitely important all year long, but especially this time of year, because we get so busy with, shopping and planning our meals for the holidays. Sometimes things, slip and we forget about them. I forgot about checking the propane a few weeks ago up until today. So thankfully we got that taken care of. We have heat in our house now, and yeah, we're good. So I pray that you guys are good as well. And I will of course see you before Thanksgiving. Please hit that like button, share this video out, and y'all take care and stay safe. And feel free to put in the comments any tips and ideas for those who are wondering what they can do to winterize their homes, etc. I have done that as well. All the way from getting the little covers to go over the sprickets outside, because you don't want burst pipes if at all possible. Now that won't 100% save you, but it definitely helps. Or I know you can wrap it in a towel or a cloth or whatever. So if you have exposed pipes, think about doing that around your home so that you can not experience the broken pipes. And y'all, see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and comment.